ABS-CBN Sports proudly presents Resolve.
Examination, but this time, Ulan challenging the blockers and making it happen.
Composure. Control.
From the other side. Process again. And that. The late Domino in control so far of 7-2.
Confidence.
This is what 200 to say. Yeah. Check ball. Will they go 5 straight? That's game. Deuces the set.
Perseverance.
Solo block. Focus naman ngayon. Roll. Set.
Oh, and Santiago still gets the line.
Grace.
Manta. Off to Daniel Juan. And we're tied to Pineda. Pineda.
Resilience.
Oh! Nobody home for Anderson! And ADMU! Iuno si Valdez, malapit sa net. Kuha pa rin.
Tenacity.
Again! Forward.
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Greatness never ends.
Hello everybody, and we welcome you live from the arena in San Juan for women's volleyball action live right here on ABS-CBN Sports in Action and on Balls HD Channel 167. Ayan po ang pila ng tao papasok dito sa ating venue today, and this is brought to you by ABS-CBN Sports, and this is what's on tap ngayong Sabado ng hapon. Teams that are vying for good position going into the Final Four with about 3-4 games remaining. The UE Lady Red Warriors at 0-11 taking on the tough Ateneo de Manila Lady Eagles right now at 7-4, placed number 3 in the standings, while in the second game today, the number 1 team, De La Salle University, at 11-0, defending champions, will take on the always tough UST Tigresses at 4-7, fighting to win each and every game to make it to the Final Four. Magandang hapon po. Thank you for watching us. I'm Eric Tipan alongside Ivy Remulla. And courtside, we'll be hearing from our reporters today. From Ateneo, we have Selena Dagdag. And para sa University of the East, we have Katz Salao. A very important game, Ivy. Para sa UE, first and foremost, to at least get a win before the season ends. Para naman sa Ateneo, they're placed at third with about 2.5 games above FEU and Adamson, and obviously they want to secure that spot going into the Final Four.
Yes, as we have been talking about earlier, this is a very actually this game plus the succeeding games are very important for Ateneo to secure that spot in the Final Four.
Tingnan natin yung team standing, so Ivy can give you a better picture kung paano ng yung position ngayon with about 3 games remaining na nga lang sa ating elimination round.
Here you can see that LaSalle and NU, more or less, Eric, they're safe there already in the first and the second place. So what we're trying to determine now is who will be in the third and the fourth place. It's very interesting to see that although yung Ateneo at third spot right now, may pag-asa pa rin na mapalitan yan dun sa kanyang pwesto. We can see that FEU and Adamson both tied at 6 and 6, and USD there placing at after FEU with 4 and 7, may pag-asa pa rin ng USD, assuming that they win all the rest of the games, and of course also considering na aasa rin sila doon sa losses of the other teams.
But it's still very tricky. Malalaman po natin yan in the succeeding days. Pero yan po yung itsura ngayon ng ating standings with about 3 games remaining. Puntahan natin yung first meeting between Ateneo and UE, which was obviously won by Ateneo in straight sets, na hindi man lang napahirapan ng UE. Itong Ateneo in their first meeting, UE barely scored or never even made it to the 20-point mark of each set. That was how overwhelming the win was para sa Lady Eagles over the Lady Warriors.
The Lady Warriors were clearly struggling getting their bearings together. Yung parang nag-a-adjust pa sila, coming into the start of the conference or the tournament. And like you've mentioned, they barely scored to reach the 20s mark. And if we look at the statistics, also reviewing back, going back to that game, UE was not able to perform very well on all key areas in terms of spike, blocking, and service aces. Although what's really very, if you take a look at that on your screens, what's interesting here to note is most of the points that UE actually got from that game came from the errors of Ateneo.
A very uncharacteristic at 20
Yes.
errors para sa Ateneo, and that's something they want to fine-tune moving forward, with about 3 games remaining sa ating elimination round. They wanna limit that number as low as possible, especially when they go up against the higher ranked teams in the tournament.
That's right. So, yun yung mga kailangan nilang ingatan, Eric, because you cannot give an opportunity to your opponents, lalo na ngayon na you really wanted to secure a spot there in the Final Four.
But obviously, that was in the past. Pag-usapan natin yung recent game nitong UE. That was against National University. And again, nahirapan itong UE. Another match that they failed to crack the 20-point mark. Obviously, mahihirapan din talaga sila. A very formidable National University squad with the Santiago sisters, Ordas, you have Pablo. They're very good players, very tall, athletic players. Yun nga, itong UE really, again, frustrated, and they could not orchestrate the kind of game na alam ni Coach Boy Dalista na kaya nilang dalhin.
I would have to agree with you with that. Actually, UE was already showing signs of life here in this game. There have been rallies na pumikit talaga sila doon sa laban with NU, and you in fact even led in one of the sets. Kaya lang I think what UE lacked for here is really how to sustain that. They have shown the capacity, they have shown the capability. It's just a matter of how they are able to sustain up to the end game.
Ayun, makikita nyo. I think it was the second set nung medyo nakahabol ng UE sa NU nun. Well, kanina nakausap natin si Shaya Adorador through Kat Salaw, and they spoke about the kind of motivation they're gonna need to still play at a competitive level with the next few games. Pakinggan natin to.
Shaya, it hasn't been an easy season for the Lady Warriors this season 76, pero ikaw yung naging parang glimmer of hope ng team on the court. So ano ba talaga yung mga nagbibigay pa sa inyo ng inspiration or yung mga nagbibigay ng fighting spirit para sa inyo na makipaglaban pa for the rest of the season?
Siguro po, syempre si coach na andyan dyan para sa amin, para magturo, paano palakasin yung sarili namin, yung team. Ayaw namin siya i-let down. Gusto namin siyang maging proud pa sa amin. Tsaka hanggang di pa po natatapos yung season, syempre papatunayan namin na kaya namin lumaban kahit na natatalo or dinadown kami ng ibang tao. Pero ayun, still, andyan pa rin po yung mga sumusuporta sa amin, yung mga naniniwala para sa team namin. At saka hindi, yun nga, panahon lang yan. Hindi lahat ng panahon sa mga nasa taas. Ayun, kaya naming makipagpantayan sa kanila. Ayun. Thank you po.
Thank you so much, Shaya, and I'm sure you're making everyone and the whole UE community proud. Eric and Ivy?
All right, thank you, Cats. Well, obviously that's one huge motivation, is the fact that you want to make your coach proud. I mean, there's so many reasons for him to be frustrated with the team, pero Coach Dalistan has stuck with them, been very extremely patient with the Lady Warriors, and that is enough reason for the girls to play hard today.
That's right. And of course, gaya na sabi niya, even if they don't have a chance anymore, but there is still, a goal for them to fill out. So better performance for the remainder of the season.
Pag-usapan naman natin itong nail-biting game between Ateneo and Adamson that could have gone either way until the end. And in fact, with about 3 points left in the 5th set, nakahabol pa ang Ateneo from behind to steal that win away from Adamson. It was a great test of the resolve nitong Lady Eagles and their commitment to winning. And but tingnan natin itong numbers that they put up in that match. This just staggering performance for the Lady Eagles, and the perfect time for them to peak ngayong patapos na yung elimination round.
That's right. So I think this is sending a clear message to the rest of the other teams. Really know how resilient itong ating mga Lady Eagles, how much they really want, to be able to secure themselves in the spot with the Final Four. It was definitely a very, heart-stopping game, Eric.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people thought that Ateneo would have probably lost already, but with the resilience and with the determination, they managed to bounce back and get that win in 5 sets.
And take a look at the opponent errors they forced on Adamson.
Right.
40 against their 29, and blocks 10, they're +4 against Adamson. So pinakita talaga nila, come what may, floor defense and at the net, they're pretty solid.
And I think it's more really of being able to play more consistently, reduce the errors really is the key.
Now, kanina nakausap naman ni Selena Dagdag, itong si Ella De Jesus about their big win against Adamson and what they plan to do to win the remaining games. Pakinggan natin to.
So Ella, we saw stellar performance from you during your game against Adamson the last time. After that 5-set struggle, Ella, ano ba yung pakiramdam at napanalo niyo yung laro?
Siyempre sobrang happy kasi 5 sets yung game. Mas masarap yung feeling kapag alam niyo pinaghirapan niyo. And of course, yung effort namin sa training nag-pay off.
Ella, sa tingin niyo, ano pa bang kailangan gawin ng team para mapanalo niyo yung mga natitira niyong laro?
Mag-focus lang kami sa training and always play as a team. Sabi nga ng coach namin, heart strong.
Thank you, Ella, tsaka good luck sa game niya mamaya. Eric and Ivy?
Thank you, Selena. Well, heart strong yung message ni Tay Bundit, head coach of Ateneo, for the girls, and they proved that in the last game, but they're gonna have to keep on doing that in the next few games to secure that final, that third spot in the Final Four.
That's right. And like I'm always say, towards the end of any tournament, patibayan na yan ng puso at isip. It's more than just the physical here once we get to the end of the, remaining games. And really, the team who really wants it more, usually, yun yung mga natitira.
All right, Ateneo will try to go back to another winning streak. Ito, Boy Dalistan looking for their first win of the season as they take on Ateneo. Tay Bundit naman looking to put a lock on that number 3 spot in the Final Four. First set coming up right after these.
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Greatness never ends. This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Greatness never ends.
Officiating this match, our first referee, Jay Delequito, National Referee. Our second referee, Bob Malenap, National Referee. Now let's meet the starters. First, for the UE Lady Warriors. Number 4, Abby Ponon. Number 15, Jasmine Alcaide. Number 12, Pia Sarmento. Number 1, Shaya Adorador. Number 10, Shello Grace Ramos. Number 5, team captain, Faith Bulan. Their libero is number 6, Francis Lynn Kais. And the head coach of the Lady Warriors, Boy Dalistan. And now, starting for the Ateneo de Manila Lady Eagles. Number 3, Michelle Morente. Number 16, Amy Ahomiro. Number 12, Gia Morado. Number 1, Ariel Patnomon. Number 8, Ella De Jesus. Number 2, team captain, Alisa Valdez. Their libero, number 13, Tenden Lazaro. And the head coach of the Lady Eagles is Anusorn Tay Pundit.
The 2 highest scorers for the Lady Eagles are back on the starting lineup. That is Eliza Valdez with 26 in their win against Adamson and Ella De Jesus with 13. Para naman sa UE, Shaya Adorador, number 1, the rookie, finished with 12 points, a team high in that loss against National University. A very tall order. Ivy para sa UE against Ateneo, as they will try to steal a win from a very confident team coming off a 5-set win against Adamson.
That's right. And so, both of these teams basically have a different goal in mind at the moment. Ateneo, of course, like we've mentioned earlier, would want to secure a win and assure themselves of a spot there in the Final Four. Meanwhile, ito namang UE, although they do not have chance anymore. The door has closed for the Final Four. Sila naman ang goal in mind nila is more of thinking in the future. So mahalaga pa rin para sa kanila ang lahat ng mga remaining games.
And if only for the fact that you want to finish strong at the end of season 76. Right. At least may isa ka man lang panalo pagkatapos ng season or habang patapos yung season, nakakuha ka kahit isa.
That's right. And I think UE, we can see the potential here in this team. I remember in their last game, the team captain mentioned that the Faith Bulan, that for the remainder of the games that they have, basically they just want to enjoy themselves, and treat each of these games as a learning experience. Kumbaga babaunin nila for the future games.
Well, Ateneo, 1-1 after that service error. Puntahan natin si Selena Dagdag.
Well, Eric and Ivy, over the course of the past 7 days, the girls didn't have any games set for them, so they were able to focus on their twice-a-day training with their strengthening, conditioning, plus their meditating. Now, on top of this, they were also able to catch up on their schoolwork since their academic load has been pretty heavy the recent week. Now, although their schedules could be hectic, the girls say it's really all about time management, balance, and hard work. Now, speaking of that hard work, the coaching staff of the Lady Eagles encouraged the girls to give it their all in this game. They told the girls to respect the game and respect their opponents by never underestimating them. Bukod dito, gusto rin nila coach na makita ang tunay na laro ng Lady Eagles at dapat daw wag sasabayan ang laro ng kalaban. And by the way, Eric and Ivy, March Tejada won't be playing today as she is not feeling well. She's actually recovering from a flu, so Amy Almiro would be stepping in and she'll be playing middle court today. Eric and Ivy.
Thanks, Selena. Well, at least the Lady Eagles are a lot fresher coming into today's game. Strength and conditioning lang ginawa nila. Wala masyadong, they had 2-a-day and konti pang meditation.
That's actually quite interesting, So a lot of probably ways really how to psych and prepare the players.
There's March Tejada not playing today, recovering from the flu. I think that's part of the program ni Coach Ty Bundit, A little meditation. And it's been working wonders for the Lady Eagles. A lot of people said they would struggle this season. They won't be able to perform as well as in the past few years because of the change in the lineup. Maraming nawala, pero they're still being very competitive, and they're up in there, with the higher ranked teams of the tournament. Saya Dorador, she's the future of UE, definitely.
Definitely a lot of, this is the way she's performing and stepping up for the Lady Warriors. More or less you can see, how she would be leading the team in the next few years.
2 serving 5, set number 1.
But the drop shot, I think what UE needs to work on at the moment is more of yung kanilang defense and reception.
Para naman sa UE ngayon, puntahan natin si Kat Salaw.
UE may just have enough inspiration to face a tough Ateneo team today to give them a good game. Faith Bulan is playing for her mom, Susana. Shaya Adorador is playing for her sister, Jenica, as well, who are both celebrating their birthdays soon enough, as well as Pia Sarmiento, Abby Ponon, and former captain Lucette Dawes. The Lady Warriors also draw inspiration from the UE boys team, according to them, who came out with a 10-peat win this season. Also, according to Coach Boy Delistan, the mental toughness of the girls are better towards the end of the season, and all he wants is really for them to play a good game. According to Coach Boy, the girls just have to contain Valdez, who is for him the heart and soul of the Ateneo team, and it's possibly possible for the UE Lady Warriors to release with a win today. Eric and Ivy.
All right, thank you, Cats. Well, they're playing for so many things, but what they really need is to play for a win.
Yes, that's right.
And play to win.
Right, so I guess all of those reasons, these are sources of inspiration for these ladies to perform well today.
Right now, Ateneo leading by 5, 8-3 over UE. This is what Ateneo has in store for them in the next few games. UST and FEU, 2 teams that are behind them in the standings pero naghahabol na makapasok sa Final Four. So mahigpit na laban to. These are not matches that they can take easy.
That's right. And like we've mentioned earlier, other teams like US may still have a fighting chance to come into the Final Four. But of course, that is under the assumption that they win all the rest of the games and other teams also lose some of the games.
And also, they have to win against LaSalle later.
That's right.
Yun yung isa sa pinakamalaking
The challenge,
hurdle
yes.
para sa US is to win against LaSalle. If they win against LaSalle, then a whole new window of opportunity will open for them. And tignan natin kung ano magagawa nila with that. But they have to take it step by step. There is, I think, going to be an error.
I think it's a wrong server.
Para sa UE, so they don't have their head in the game right now. And Coach Boy Dalistan is on his feet.
Rotation error there for the Lady Warriors. So very sharp eyes para dito sa ating mga referees.
And these are not points that UE can afford to give away to Ateneo. It's not like, you know, the roles are reversed. Ateneo is at the bottom of the standings and sila yung medyo nasa third. They really can't afford to give away any easy points because Ateneo will pounce on that easily. Morente. Bonon. Alcaide, that's way off.
Goes outside. And I think Coach Boy is trying to discuss something there with the referee.
And I think Coach Dalistan wants his team captain to speak to the first referee. So andun na si Sarina Bulan. They're gonna sort something out. I think may gustong ipaabot na mensahe si Coach Dalistan sa first referee. You're looking at Amy Ahumiro and the Lady Eagles leading by 6 now, 10-4. And everything is all set for the De Jesus serve.
Serve is good.
It's too early for UE to fall apart here, but they can't even get a good reception. Tatawag na timeout si Coach Dalistan here. And we're gonna listen to UE.
Jasmine, dyan sino? Oh, ikaw mag-open, Jasmine. Ikaw pumasok. Naintindihan. Simpleng ano lang naman, adjustment lang yan eh. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
It's a 7-point lead now para sa Ateneo. Coach Dalistan again finding his girls in trouble early. Great play from Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Expect more from the small sedan. This has been a problem for UE all season long.
Yes, you know, reception really is very important, and they actually also have, you know, a good lineup of spikers. It's just that nahihirapan sila mag-set up ng bola because they're not able to bring up a good first ball.
Morente has been off the mark here, Ivy. The past couple of shots, and pinapalakpakan na siya ni Coach Taibo Dino saying, let's go, because she's missed 2 already. And that's 2 easy points para sa UE. Good, decent serve there from Ramos.
Chance to recover, but this was straight into the net.
Oh, Morente really struggling today. Stepping in para kay Marge Tejada, who we heard from Selena, recovering from a flu. Eto, she was on the other side, and it's still, this time, clipped tape of the net. Too strong a serve by Ramos. These girls really got to get it together. Good reception, just consistent serving. They don't have to load it up because they're down by 6.
Morente at the service line.
Wow.
Nothing going her way today. Also a service error.
What an afternoon for Morente.
Serving Abby Ponon.
7 serving 12. Set number 1. Wow.
Also service.
And even though they're getting opportunities, they're squandering them away. Ponon with a poor serve. Ahumiro serving for Ateneo. That's better. Ponon. Adorador. Nice job by Shaya. Brush it off the blockers.
Like we said, it doesn't always take a hard hit, you know, to score the points. You really have to really watch or read your opponent as well.
Oh,
Service error once again for the Lady Warriors.
The Lady Warriors are lucky to get some free points from Ateneo, but they're not getting any on their own accord. They're serving straight to the net. They're not getting their first balls properly. Bonon.
Bulan sends it outside again.
Too far for Bulan.
It is a string of errors here for the Lady Warriors. Not a very good start for this game.
And I'm impressed with the kind of patience of Coach Boy Dalistan right now. Oh, some coaches, and we know some of them here in the UAAP would have gone ballistic by this time.
I think this is opportunity now for the rest of the squad of Ateneo to be fielded in. And of course, for these players, this is also a good chance for them to show, to prove themselves as well.
3 straight serves, all into the net for UE. 16-9 Ateneo here in set number 1. Welcome back to the arena in San Juan. Ito ang remaining games na UE. Really doesn't get any easier except for the last day, which is against UP, a team that they maybe have a chance of winning because UP is just 1 game ahead of them.
That's right.
In the standings.
And I think that, the UE should really maximize on all the other games that we'll be playing on prior to UP. So it's more of a preparation really, and they know they have a better chance of beating UP. Then I guess it's one goal for the team as well, to be able to get at least 1 win for this season.
Patnongon blocked at the net. Better job by Ramos. It'll be a free ball first para sa UE in this set.
Combination play, and that worked for the Lady Warriors.
And that performance gets a round of applause from their coach. Great execution by the Lady Warriors. A wishy oh wow moment of the game. Open up to everyday surprises.
And I think there we can see if UE is able to place in a good first ball, they have a lot of options in terms of combination plays and attacks at the front line. And that's a net violation error that's called against Patnongon.
Good serve from Adorador. Tip picked up by Adorador. Here's Bulan. Just gets it through the block of Cassandra Miren.
Good rally so far here for the Lady Warriors. And again, the question lies on how long they can sustain it. Because they have shown their capacity, they have shown their capability, but they would normally just falter towards the end.
Back row. And they just let it through. Number 6, the libero, Francis Lynn Kais was there, but unable to dig it up. Gatorade fuels spike of the game from Gatorade. Win from within, coming off a 26-point performance. Let's see, Eliza Valdez, served by Ariel Patnongon.
Of course, we all know Eliza Valdez still at the top scorer. So holding number 1 position as best scorer here in the tournament.
Yeah, very prolific. I mean, she can score in so many ways. And I'm sure Ateneo fans know that already by now.
That's right. Well, and I think that's the versatility here for Valdez. She's also very strong at the attack line, but she also uses her service, to earn the points for the team. And the point is awarded to the Lady Warriors.
Yeah.
It was called outside.
Morente is arguing she didn't touch it. It did seem to me like she was unable to reach it, pero the first referee obviously has a better vantage point. So lucky break for UE. Let's see if they can take advantage of the free points they're getting. Nice block.
Blocked
At the net by UE. Morente had to readjust. Better aim by Morente this time. Back row there from Adorador. Dug up by Valdez. Free ball again para sa UE. Ponon. Quick to Ramos. Underhand set by Lazaro.
This is a long rally that we're having here.
And
ended.
Scores it.
Crowded, that's right. Let's take a look at that last hit right in between the two blockers.
And you've got to love it, no, if you're Coach Boy Dalistan. Now, during the long rallies with a lot of pressure in between the point, you know, your girls are fighting and winning the points.
That's right. But not at that last rally. It's really very important here, as we can see no blockers there for that attack.
Tequiliana scoring on the cross-court hit. 19 serving 14.
Good serve.
Over reception there, almost wiped away by Morente. Alcaide.
A good save there from Lazaro.
Excellent floor defense by Ateneo. Oh, and Kinaposi, Ahumiro. And another point won by UE because of their toughness.
That's right. So again, UE has they show that they're showing that they can actually they can perform, and they can also, you know, play up against the same level as all of the other teams. Again, it's just a matter of consistency rather lang dito para sa Lady Warriors. Good defense being shown by a UE here.
Morente. Off the tape of the net, it seems. No, it was off the block, out of bounds. Puntos para sa Ateneo. And Coach Dalistan is trying to argue his point. Let's see kung
Let's take a look at that
pa.
again.
Yeah. Lumusot.
It did touch the tip of the net first,
Yes.
but also touched the hand of the blocker.
Good pickup.
And it is going to be a free ball.
Nice save.
Opportunity now for the Lady Warriors, and where they go for a running hit.
Miscommunication ends up in a free ball, and that was punished quickly by Ateneo with Amy Ahumiro getting the kill. This is what happens. You have an opportunity to go for a quick, hindi nyo nakakuha, nagbigay ka ng free ball sa Ateneo, and quickly, binalikan sila ng isang kill.
That's right. And again, we go back to the basics on how important yung first ball is, because that was already a free ball, but it wasn't really given very well din. Hindi maganda pagkakahatid dun sa kanilang setter. Good block there from Ahumiro. They go to Valdez.
Off the block.
No touch called by the referee.
Wow.
Point goes to the Lady Warriors. A substitution now. Manansala comes in.
Lucky break there for UE. Seems like there is a check there for sure. So UE getting some easy points here.
Good serve. Valdez.
A nice defense on the floor by Kais.
That's right. And off the block.
Take a look at the fight here being put on by UE Ivy. Manansala with a great point there.
And again, it brings me back to the fact that it all starts off with good reception and defense. Oh, good serve there.
Results in an underhand set.
Off the block.
Yes. Wow, that was a cannon.
Let's take a look at that last hit from Valdez.
Her shoulders were above the net, and after twice she got picked up, dug up yung tira niya, binawian niya ng irrecoverable shot. UE with an error there. 23-17. Set number 1. UE calls a timeout. We'll listen to Coach Dalistan.
Block yung Valdez. Pinito mo yung block yung Valdez. Yung block ng Valdez, I mean, yung palo ng Valdez. Palo ng Valdez. Dito, halimbawa, ito yung blocker natin. Outer, tapos dito. Pipilitin niya pumalo dito eh. Okay? So yung isang depensa natin dito, huwag kayo dito pumunta. Okay? Yung isa nandirito. Maintindihan? So, atakihin niya, papunta rito yan. Okay? So, pilitin mo kapain yung bola niya para lumambot. Come on, let's go. Tara lang,
It is still within reach para sa UE, but they really have to tighten things up. They've put up some good points here, Ivy, and really a decent fight against Ateneo, and won some long rallies against a higher ranked team.
That's right, and again, just a matter of consistency in how long UE can really hold on to this. Well, that was outside by Adorador.
That puts Ateneo at set point, 24-17. Wasted opportunity after the timeout by Shaya. And that's a quick and easy point to finish set number 1 para sa Ateneo. Amy Humiro with an ace there, make it 25-17. Plenty of things to build on para sa UE. They're gonna have to do a better job in set number 2, but they have a good foundation after coming close. 25-17, Ateneo wins set number 1. (25-17) Ateneo over UE in set number 1. Ateneo had their fair share of errors. Ganun din naman para sa UE. Pero there were several long rallies na on most occasions UE na itatapon yung opportunity. Pero there were several instances na nanalo sila sa puntos against Ateneo. Gave them a little bit of confidence, pero towards the end, Ivy, kinapos na rin ang UE.
So it was a very slow start for the Lady Warriors and good recovery towards the end. But I think at that point, kasi in set number 1, medyo hinuli na. Hinuli na yung pag-abante nitong UE. And as we can see in set number 1, Ateneo did not really score a lot in terms of their attacks. They actually have not blocked anything from the side of the Lady Warriors, but they did do very well with the service aces and managed to contain the errors a bit. And for the Lady Warriors, on the other hand, well, they still need to work on, of course, lalong-lalo na yung services. They have had 4 service errors, if I'm not mistaken, just in set number 1.
But let's see the adjustments made by UE. Let's remember that they're a team that really struggled to bounce back after an error or a lost set. Yun yung isa sa mga bagay na kailangan nilang i-build up. All the other teams go through that rite of passage, so to speak, na ang tagal mo makabangon from an error or natambakan ka nung last set, hindi ka pa rin makabawi in the second set. Pero UE, that they have to learn, to turn things around.
Yes.
Kasi you'll always be, an underdog at one point, pero it's how you turn it around, which will classify you as a better team compared to last season.
I have to agree with you there. It's again, you really just have to. It's more than just skill, kasi Eric. It's not. All of these girls, they would not be in this team kung hindi sila magaling.
Yeah.
Of course, they were selected with a pool of tryouts, I would suppose. Some of them probably even recruited from their high school. So, hindi sila mapupunta dyan sa team yun kung hindi sila magaling. So again, it's just not the skill. It's also in the mind, how strong your mind is. Kaya mo nga kung kumakapit ka, kung kaya nyong lumaban kahit you're from behind.
Perfect example was that win by Ateneo against Adamson, di ba?
That's right.
If I'm not mistaken, 13-10 in the 5th set. And Ateneo bumawi, humabol, and pinako nila ang Adamson at 13 to win the match. And for more about Ateneo in this game today, let's check back in to Selena Dagdag.
Yes, Eric and Ivy, coming into the second set, Coach Tai wants the girls to capitalize on carrying on to their momentum by making sure that they focus on the execution of their basics. Now, Coach Tai wants the girls to have swift movements when hitting the ball, and he also instructs his Lady Eagles to be watchful of their timing when jumping for their blocks. In the huddle, Coach Tai kept telling the girls that he wants to see more power in this set. Pinaalala naman ni Coach Parley sa kanila na dapat isa-isip rin ng team ang spacing nila sa court. That is all for now, Eric and Ivy.
All right, thank you, Selena. Well, so far, so good naman para sa Ateneo.
Right.
I mean, just basic routinary advice para kay Coach Tai Bundit.
I guess more or less the Lady Eagles are, perform or executing what is expected from them.
And if Eliza Valdez is firing like that, I mean, they can afford to have just only 4 girls on the floor.
4 against 6.
Yeah. I mean, take a look at this. I mean, it's not just the velocity, the strength, the height. I mean, it's it's something else. A wishy, oh wow moment of the game. Open up to everyday surprises. A lucky break there para kay Adorador. Just tipping it, and it found the back line. Puntahan naman natin si Kat Salo for this report about you.
Good offense must come from even better defense, and reception-wise, Yui has been struggling all season. So Coach Boy has attempted to solve this problem with a season change in the form of a new libero, Len Caes. According to Caes, when I asked her about her new role, ang sabi niya, yung tandem nila ni former libero Pia Sarmiento ay talaga nagpapalakas ng likod nila. Strength essential to withstand Ateneo's attack. Sabi rin ni Caes, she's always been comfortable as the libero compared to Sarmiento, who was actually an attacker in high school. Coach Boy urged the girls, makipaglaban kayo sa taas for this game. Huwag kayo matakot sa blocker. And of course, ayoko marinig ang drums nila, Eric and Ivy.
Alright, thank you, Cats. Well, lumalaban naman, nakikita natin, especially the last rally, napapasigaw yung crowd dito sa arena in San Juan because of the exciting exchange between these two teams. And obviously, Eliza Valdez, a big, huge idol by most of the fans here. That is just on the line, a service ace para kay Valdez to make it a 2-point Ateneo lead.
This is, of course, the league's best server, Eliza Valdez, ranked #1 as the best server among all the teams.
She's showing us why this afternoon. Ivy Bulan. Back set. Good defense on the floor ang UE ngayon, ano?
That's right.
They're digging hard spikes by De Jesus, by Valdez. Pero yun nga lang, medyo they still have to really do a better job at the net. And setting then ni Abby Ponon, it's been suspect for the past couple of plays.
So just a little bit more consistency with the Lady Warriors.
Another ace there by Valdez. And just on her serve, she's managed to rack up 4 straight points for a 4-0 run by Ateneo in set number 2.
Another good serve. Obviously targeting Adorador here for the service.
What a performance at the service line para kay Eliza Valdez. Single-handedly giving Ateneo a 5-point lead, 8-3 over UE set number 2. Back here at the arena in San Juan for your Saturday doubleheader in women's volleyball action. Dito lang sa ABS-CBN Sports in Action. Ateneo UE here in the first game, and we have later LaSalle USD, a big test para sa Tigresses.
We're back to the game.
But right now, after being tied at 3-all, Ivy, just on the serve of that girl, Eliza Valdez, they've managed to rack up a 5-point lead here.
And of course, this UE should try to do something about it. This time, Meralde now successful with her attack, putting in a point for Ateneo.
Coach Dalistan thinks this was long, pero it was called in.
I think it was inside.
Okay.
Looked inside.
Yeah, seemed inside. Ooh, everything going right for the league's best server. You mentioned it, Ivy, and pinapakita ni Valdez kung bakit.
Bakit, that's right.
Bakit ang best server? Eto, we believe that 7 straight points just on her serve alone.
And UE still having a difficult time.
Finally, a good first touch.
Adorador sending it
Wow.
outside.
They had everything except the final kill. Pwede na paupuin muna ni Coach Typhoon din yung 5 players.
Pwede magkape muna or mag-popcorn.
Sa serve pa lang, pupuntos na eh. Ayan, oh.
Valdez once again, a service ace.
Serving clinic being put up here by Valdez. Coach Dalistan wants to talk things over. Let's listen to UE.
Malayo pa yung bola, iniisip mo, di mo makukuha eh. Isipin mo, makukuha mo yung bola, antayin mo sa baba. Ito naman, Abby, hanggat di nagkukumit, doon sa unahan, huwag mong bibigay muna ng 6. Naintindihan, pakumitin mo muna sa unahan, tsaka mo ibigay ng 6. At huwag mo ibabalik sa kanila yung bola. Iangat mo lang dito sa unahan para ma-atake ni Shaya na maayos. Come on, let's go. Pero hindi first option si Shaya. Hindi siya mag-commit na. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, Coach Dalistan has been burning plenty of timeouts. Let's see what happens here
And I think that timeout was really meant to break the momentum here for Ateneo. Let us see if it actually makes any difference.
It's going to be a free ball.
Bulan.
Morado sets it up for Morente.
Oh, good
Nice
save there.
dig by Bulan. Morente again finds the opening. And Ateneo continues to score. Valdez continues to serve. 10 points just on the serve of Valdez alone. Nice skill by Morente on the last point, that cross court.
Better reception this time. Bulan blocked.
Kinapos na si Bulan doon. Here's Adorador. That's way short. Manansala will check in now for Faith Bulan. Now it's a 14-3 lead in set number 2. Take a look at Shaya Adorador.
I think she had the right thing in mind. She wanted to put that hit at the middle.
Doon lang naputol yung serve ni Eliza Valdez.
She can't be there forever.
She tried to, but commendable performance. 11 straight points off her serve. I think in a rally point system, that's the first time we've ever seen something like that. Amazing. Certainly, error on the serve by Chelo Ramos. And things really don't look good right now para sa UE.
It's Patnongan now for the serve. Serve is good. Reception not so good.
You're very kind in your comment, Ivy. It wasn't good at all on the first ball. 16-4 Ateneo, set number 2 over UE. Ramil De Jesus, the head coach of De La Salle University, enjoying the action and enjoying the season so far. They are undefeated at 11-0, and they will try to continue that streak as they take on USD later, a team struggling at 4-7 in the standings. Pero mabalik tayo sa game at hand. Patnongan and the Lady Eagles remain unchallenged so far, especially here in set number 2. And nabanggit natin kanina, Ivy, na for a team bounce back, you have to turn things around. Pero sa UE, after a good first set, parang nawala, naglaho lahat ng passion and all that fight in them. And right now, they haven't even, well, finally they scored 5 points. But yun nga, they're really struggling here in reception, even serving, and setting.
That's right. And I remember in one of the games that Coach Boy mentioned, well, we all know this is a young team. They've gone through the reformation, they've gone through a lot of shuffles as well. And they've lost a couple of good players also. And he said that, more or less what the team needs is the maturity, which these players cannot get overnight. So it's something that they would learn from experience, from more games against good teams like Ateneo and all the rest of the teams here in the UAAP. So, I think there is still a lot of room for improvement here for the Lady Warriors. It's a young team, medyo bago, maraming bago.
Well, in terms of experience, there isn't any shortage of, good teams they're going to be playing with after today. La Salle kalaban nila. So,
a lot of good experience for the Lady Warriors, really. And if they're able to show na talagang kaya rin nilang dumikit, they've done that. They've done that. And I guess that's what keeps Coach Boy going din eh. Kasi nakikita niya yung potential.
17-6, set number 2. Papasok si Dakaimat, Angelica Dakaimat for Jasmine Alcaide. Ella De Jesus serving now with this 11-point advantage for Ateneo. Sarmiento goes over for blockers and by net violation, it seems, against Ateneo.
And now I think I can see a little look of frustration in the face of Coach Boy.
Take a look at the last sequence there, pero gusto sana ibalik ni Coach Dalistan si Alcaide, pero she picked the wrong number. So that's why it was too late for her to get back to the game.
Hero. That was a very nice, quick attack. Let's take a look at that last setup here. Back quick. Again, right in the middle of two blockers.
Perfect timing as Michelle Morente gets ready to serve. 18-7. Set number 2. Adorador. Oh, Valdez.
A good reception
Beautiful
there.
dig by Manansala. We have a timeout again on the floor. Pakinggan natin ang UE.
Ito kasi, pag umaatake tayo, ito yung depensa nila. Ito. Okay? Pag umaatake tayo, pilit natin dinadala dun yung bola eh. Umu-open tong gitna. Pwede tayo mag-off spin dito. Or pwede tayo mag-short ball. Pwede tayo mag-drop ball doon. Wala kayong ginawa kundi atakihin na ganon. Inaantay lang nila yung bola natin sa likuran eh. Naintindihan? So kunin natin tong gitna. Bigyan natin ng off spin. Bigyan na natin ng malambot na bola sa harapan. Come on, let's go.
Tara, Bea!
Pray for us.
Pray for us.
Let's go.
Fight! Fight! Forward fight! Angat tayo,
Well, the goal for UE right now is to at least hit double digits in terms of scoring.
I think, you know, at this point, really, what the Lady Warriors should have in mind is that they should aim to perform better each game. So it's more of a personal goal now. Maybe ang hero, isang regalo, bigay for UE.
Gift wrap straight from Sarmiento, who is pulled out by Coach Dalistan. And papasok si Madel Guevara, number 8. 20, serving 7. Morente has been there for a while also.
Good serve.
She's been serving well, and that's how a Waterloo ng UE, you know, if they're going up against somebody serving well, they can't seem to get a good first ball.
Yes, they have been having a difficulty with the first ball, and lucky breaks like this, like a net violation error. But they can't keep on praying for those errors, of course. Hindi sila pwedeng umasa sa errors.
8 serving 20. Wow, what is going on here, UE? So, I wouldn't say unusual, pero I mean, just the number of errors this set. I mean, tulad nga nabanggit mo, Ivy, you know, they're a young team, they're prone to errors, but I mean, you're thinking, nakakuha ka na ng libre, at least get your service in.
Actually, to think that service should be pretty easy because you're controlling it.
Yeah.
You know, you're hardly moving. Oh, good save there from the Lady Warriors. A free ball given to Ateneo.
Great job by Kais on the dig. Kais, one-handed
still
dig.
alive.
Beautiful. Manansala, off speed. Nice job by UE. Finally putting something good together.
That's right. I think that was what Coach Boy was trying to instruct over at the timeout. He was trying to say na nasa gitna ang butas.
And yun, nakita ni Manansala kung nasan yun. Great play from Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Expect more from the small sedan. And a triple lady block on Patomon and a point para sa UE. And they finally reached double digits here. 10-21.
Perfect timing there from the blockers. Very well read.
This is the problem again para sa UE, as we saw that the Meadowline block of the set kay Patomon, 7.5% feminine wash. For Red Days, it's better to be protected. They get a couple of points, and then again, magbibigay sila ng isa, no?
Yes. What's more frustrating is that it's from a service error.
The first one galing kay Adorador, tapos sumunod si Guevara. Free ball ngayon binigay nila. Let's see what Ateneo does. Underhand set galing sa liberong si Lazaro. Good block. Yeah. Oh, a rare kill at the net by Adorador. And a rare error by Ateneo.
Yes.
You rarely see them commit something like this.
Overset. And I guess the rest of the team were surprised as well. Good serve, but that goes outside.
Wow.
Really nothing going very well for the Lady Warriors at the service line.
At least in the last 3 serves, walang pumasok, ano?
Yes. This time pumasok outside naman. But they're getting there. At least, you know, they managed to get it over. Actually, you know, that's what some coaches say din eh. It's better na outside ang service mo kesa sa net. Because there is still a chance that the opponent will get the ball kahit na outside siya.
True. Well, on the Morente hit, it's set point again. Ateneo, 24-11, set number 2.
And Valdez at the service line.
Naubos yata lahat ng serve kanina. 11 straight points on that serve. And she finally commits an error. Coach Ty with him. Very intense pa rin, no? Kahit na lamang na yung Lady Eagles.
Good safe serve. De
Jesus.
Jesus. That was a good reception.
Here's Manansala.
Sala off speed.
Lazaro picking it up. De Jesus again, and it's good. If at first you don't succeed, try again. That's the motto. Ella De Jesus, that came from the nice dig by Lazaro. And Ateneo, full control of this match, and especially set number 2, as they lead here 2-0 against the Lady Warriors. Ateneo with a 2-set lead against UE, and UE failing to reach the 20-point mark for 2 consecutive sets. Let's see what they do in the 3rd set, which was the 2nd set plagued with so many errors para sa UE, and they found themselves in a huge hole very early.
Right, and I think they had a fairly more consistent set number 1 than they did play in set number 2. And very evidently what really, you know, caused the set for the Lady Warriors was their errors at the service line. So there were a lot of errors there, and like we said, you know, it's a very costly error to make yung nasa service line ka. And we can see here the statistics that mas bumaba ang percentage ng Lady Warriors when they came to attacks as compared to set number 1. The errors, I think they managed to maintain, but then again, you need to put in points. You know, you have services, like we mentioned earlier, is a good opportunity for you to earn points from the team, which is what the Lady Eagles has been doing. You know, Eliza Valdez have been scoring very well at the service line. Some of the other players, like I think Ella De Jesus, managed to score a service ace as well. So, you know, maximize basically on all the other areas as much as you can. And maybe in set number 3, we can see a bit of a glimmer of hope there for the Lady Warriors.
We'll see. There's no way but that para sa kanila if they want to extend this match. Happy birthday to Mr. Ken T, sales head of ABS-CBN Sports in Action. Also to Jamie Ann Evangelista and Romel Chozas. Happy birthday. Thanks for spending it with us as we give you exciting women's volleyball action dito lang sa ABS-CBN Sports in Action mula sa Arena in San Juan. 3rd set. And ang panimula is more of the same para sa UE. Another service error.
Not a good start for the Lady Warriors. And you can see Coach Boy's frustration now. Very evident in his face. Adorador just putting it over. And that is a free ball here for UE.
Or they get it right back. Or they give it right back to Ateneo. Valdez. Good pickup by Kais Ponon.
Valdez at the middle. And that is outside. The point goes to the Lady Warriors.
Puntahan natin si Selena Dagdag.
Yes, Eric and Ivy, and the huddle that just occurred, the sense of determination was pretty evident as the Lady Eagles committed themselves to making this set their very last for today's game. Now, on top of this, it was the team themselves who rallied each other to give it their best and eliminate any form of useless error. Now, in addition, Coach Tai actively demonstrated how they must stay on their toes so they stand ready, and he also stressed the importance of looking at their own hands and not just the ball when they go for their blocks. At this point, the team believes it's the little things that make a difference and that any form of overconfidence must be eliminated. Eric and Ivy.
Thank you, Selena. Well, they're committed to finishing off UE here. And yes, errors kailangan nila i-minimize. They had 7 unforced errors in set number 2. There's the first here in set number 3. Block of the set muna with Eliza Valdez here against Adorador. 7.5% feminine wash for Red Days. It's better to be protected. That's from Betadine. Underhand set from Morado. Valdez.
Good pickup there from the Lady Warriors.
Bulan.
And Bulan off the block. That's a good strategy for her.
Good save. But Valdez punishing them with another hit from the other side of the court. 3-2 Ateneo. Take a look at the save by the Lady Eagles.
And Valdez off the block.
Let's go to Katsalaw.
Wala pa nga yung bola, tinatakot na kayo. Coach Boy said that the bigger reason why the Lady Warriors could not get out of that service ace run of Valdez was not their skill, but the fact that hindi pa dumadating ang bola, tinatakot na sila ang sarili nila. Instead of relaxing and absorbing those strong hits, Coach said, tense masyado ang arms nila and inaaway nila ang bola. Masyadong gigil ang playing ng girls kanina, and Coach told them na mukhang hinayaan ng UE na atakihin lang sila ng Ateneo. Sabi ni Coach, okay lang naman kung banggain lang ng malambot ang bola basta't maayos ang receive. Lastly, Coach Boy wants to see more attacks from the Lady Warriors, even telling Shai Adorador na at all times kailangan niyang i-anticipate at mang-intimidate na siya ang papalo. Eric and Ivy.
Thank you, Cats. Well, let's see how aggressive they can be here and how much better they will be on sa reception. Pero in terms of eliminating their errors, hindi pa rin talaga mawala-wala yung service errors ng UE.
Right. And a lot of pressure being put on Shai Adorador, being the rookie here for the Lady Warriors.
With the amount of skill and talent Shai Adorador has, do you think it's unfair for her to be carrying all that load as a rookie for a team that's rebuilding, Ivy?
Well, you know, for any team, not just a rebuilding team, it's really unfair. It's just one player. And that's why we call it the Team Eric, diba? So it's really a contribution of each and every one. We cannot just rely on one player if you really want to have a win. You know, this is a mix of all different aspects, different areas of skills.
But right now, kahit si Shai din naman, she's error prone right now, along with many of her teammates. That's why they're really struggling here. Pero they get a free point there. Napabayaan ni Eliza Valdez yung bola in the back row. So it's just a 1-point lead for Ateneo, 5-4. Morente. There's a block. Lazaro will set it up para kay Hekiliana.
Another good block, right.
And Morente is short. On the return, it's 5-all. 2 straight points para sa UE.
UE showing very good defense at the net. Again, just more consistency on that aspect would really help a lot in UE's cause.
Valdez
from the back row.
And can you believe that angle? She was in the middle of the court and sent it to the far right side. Take a look. Beautiful. 1-point lead, Ateneo, 6-5. Ulan try to cut shots behind medyo wide. Pero I think they get the point.
That's a net violation error against Ateneo.
You just saw our drive to win play of the game mula kay Valdez from Suzuki Swift Desire. All your desires made compact from Suzuki Way of Life. That is just out from Morente.
She's saying that it made it into the line.
No, that was off. Take a look. No touch. That is, wow, very close.
Yeah, very close, but I think it would have been outside.
Just by an inch or so. Valdez firing again. Palambot yung tira dahil sa net. Pero Sarmiento, the former libero, really struggling to be a more offensive-minded player here. Number 12. And she will be subbed out by Manansala.
Better performance though here from the Lady Warriors, tied at 7 here with Ateneo. Good reception there. Valdez with a drop shot.
Since everybody was back up, nagkaroon ng butas sa gitna. Wise play by Alyssa Valdez. Ateneo leads by 1, 8-7, set number 3. A wishy oh wow moment of the game opened up to everyday surprises. First time Valdez has tried a tip, a push, and it paid off after, you know, syempre kinakabahan na rin pag nakita nila umangat si Alyssa, lahat umaatras eh. So she did the wise thing and changed it up offensively for the easier point. Ito, the Lady Spikers de La Salle University at 11-0, and the defending champions will put that undefeated record on the line against USD in just a few minutes. Ahumiro cannot be kept alive anymore by Bulan.
Was a good play here from the Lady Eagles. Morente now at the service line. Good serve.
Manansala is blocked and irrecoverable para sa UE. And this is again that point. Ivy, as you take a look at this block of the set from Betadine, 7.5% feminine wash. For Red Days, it's better to be protected. It's that point again, kumakawala na naman ang Ateneo. And this is, you know, something UE has to be conscious of. Para hindi sila masunod-sunod.
They would have to, you know, at least in this, probably this next rally, they should try to get a point or break this string of points from the Lady Eagles. Otherwise, babalik na naman sila doon, yung maghahabol. Lucky break now for the Lady Warriors.
They're getting some free points, some easy ones mula sa Ateneo. Parang di sila ganun kadesidido tapusin dito. Di ba sinabi kanina si Lina, no?
Yes.
They're committed to finishing this, but these service errors are hurting them in a way. Ahumiro just out. And ito, bumabalik ang UE courtesy of the Ateneo errors.
And I think this is also the rotation that UE should maximize, having 3 tall players at the front line. And of course, Shaya Adorador there, we expect na sa kanya ibibigay ng bola, and she does score a point for the Lady Warriors.
3 straight points for the Lady Warriors.
And ito yung sinasabi ni Coach Boy kanina over the last time out sa previous set, you know, everybody sa Ateneo nakaatras na eh. Butas na butas yung gitna. Bakit nga naman daw nila binibigay lagi sa long ball? So Shaya was able to adjust to that.
Going right, Ivy dito para sa Ateneo. Believe it or not, they've given away 4 straight points
that's
now.
right. 4 straight points.
Tai Bundit with a look. Well, he always looks concerned whether or not they're up by like 20.
There's actually only 1 point that was earned by UE. All the rest were errors from Ateneo.
Yeah.
We go to Valdez.
Ooh. She buried that one. What a play para kay Alyssa Valdez to sort of stabilize Ateneo. Gave away 4 straight points to UE. And now they're back up, but only by 1. 12 serving 11.
Service good.
Ooh, that set may have been either too low or missed set mula kay Morado.
Well, obviously miscommunication there in that last play. It was a bit too low and too far from the net as well.
Valdez.
Alyssa Valdez making it very difficult here for the Lady Warriors.
Gatorade fueled spike of the game from Gatorade. Win from within. When she winds up like that, it's a pretty scary sight for the opponent. 1-point lead Ateneo. Set number 3. Adorador. Morado. Back set. Hekiliana scores for Ateneo.
She has been playing very well as well here. And really trying to put in quality time for the opportunity given to her, you know, being fielded in this game. Good
Nice serve.
And good reception as well here for the Lady Warriors. Coverage is there.
Another good save by Kais. New libero para sa UE. Valdez, the tip
Drop
again.
shot.
Another smart play. All in this set, yung tip na yun para kay Valdez, it's been working.
Right, although here in this last play, medyo alam mo na ihuhulog na lang ni Alyssa.
Pero perfectly timed.
Right.
Saka yung
Because her approach does not change. That's the thing.
block out of bounds mula kay Patnongan and Indiana. Point UE. Itong Lady Warriors, Ivy, still within striking distance, no?
Ateneo only with a 2-point lead.
Yeah.
So again, just for UE to play more consistent, just avoid the errors. I'm sure kayang-kaya nilang pantayan ulit ito to 15 points. But not with that last block. Patnongan.
UE had an opportunity there. Pero Patnongan, great defense after that over-receive by Ateneo. Pakinggan natin itong timeout. Actually, Ateneo, yes, 16-13. We'll take a break, come back with more action. The Tigresses of University of Santo Tomas at 4-7. They need to win this game along with the next 2 games to ensure at least a tie for 3rd or make that 4th place in the standings and give them a shot at the playoff for one of the final 4 slots. Pero a very tough job assignment for them later as they take on LaSalle. Kaya dito muna tayo. Trailing by 4 now after that miss by Adorador.
And once again, it is Alyssa Valdez at the service line. We have seen in the first 2 sets, though, ito yung usually pinakamatagal na rotation na hindi umiikot.
Yeah, mukhang pagod na yata si Alyssa. Can't even serve to get it in. This was after an 11-point serving spectacle in set number 2.
Adorador now at the service line for UE. Service good. Morente. That was picked up.
Oh, wow.
Miscommunication there. Well, of course, second ball, alam natin, dapat setter ang kukuha.
Morado kind of called for Lazaro, and then Lazaro backed off because it was the second ball.
Right. So opportunity again here for UE. Good serve.
2 straight points binigay ng Ateneo. They got 3 straight points. And UE within 1.
Again, no room for errors for UE.
The error there was back row player yata si Morado. No?
Right.
Kaya hindi niya pwedeng i-over yung bola.
This is a service error now. Your score is 16-18. Ateneo on top by 2. Patnongan for the serve. Mulan is blocked. And that goes into coverage here for the Lady Warriors.
Morente through the block. Yes. And after giving away some easy points, Ateneo getting things together, and they start to pull away, getting 3 straight points on themselves, and now they lead by 4, 20-16. We listen to you.
Sa gitna, ikaw Cielo, pilit mo, daanan mo muna yung gitna. Pilitin mo siya mag-commit sa'yo. Pag nag-commit sa'yo, kay Faith dito, tama? So dito ka umatake, Shaya. dito ka umatake, Shaya. Pagka sumama dito, may isang sumama rito, dito tayo. Kapag wala sumama kay Faith, pag sumama yung dalawa rito, bigay mo kay Faith. Naintindihan? Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Well, let's see if this play bears fruit para sa...
Back to the game with Ariel Pantanon.
They are down by 4 and down 2 sets to nothing against Ateneo. 20 serving 16. Bulan walks into a spike set by Kais.
Point for UE.
And there is a whistle lifting on Ateneo.
Substitution via Sarmiento for Jan Manansala.
A late whistle, but it was called nevertheless, and the point awarded to UE.
Cristiano Grace Ramos.
The referees will now be discussing this.
Sino po? Delay po. Delay 1.
So a yellow card is going to be given to a coach. Is it going to be on Coach Dalistan?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is
Coach Dalistan.
yellow card given to Coach Boy.
Now to the viewers, Ivy, what is the yellow card?
Well, technically, yung yellow card, yun yung parang, it's a warning. It's a warning given to the coach. So yung yellow, that's yung the first warning.
Okay.
And then, if sumunod na yung red card, your second warning, you pwede nang, well, thrown out of the game, kumbaga. Yeah,
coach,
yeah. If you call it for the player, it's thrown out of the game.
You have to remove yourself from the
Yes,
playing court. Okay.
right.
21-17.
Faith Bulan,
Faith Bulan.
I guess, getting inspiration from that yellow card being called.
Great play by Bulan. Brought to you by Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Expect more from the small sedan. Itong UE getting some points off of their offense. Well, reception has been a bit of a problem para sa Ateneo here in set number 3. That was good defense at the net.
Yes, and again, UE really does have to work on those coverage there. Dalas ang anticipation ng UE is that papasok yung palo. So late ang reaction when it comes to coverage.
To serve Michelle Morente.
Ella De Jesus comes in for Cassandra Hekiliana. 22 serving 19, set number 3. Manansala. Nice play.
That goes off the block.
She has been very productive here today.
Yes,
Itong si
that's
Jan
right.
Manansala, no?
And a better performance now here for the third set for UE. Scores 20-22.
For the first time, they break the 20-point mark.
Probably itong UE, ano to eh, diesel. You know, it really takes like 2 or 3 sets for them to really warm up. Just so happens na 3 out of 5 lang ang
Yun lang.
volleyball. So, probably kung ano to,
Seven.
extend, yeah.
7-setter. 21-22 off a great point here by UE.
Bonon for the serve.
Let's remember, UE didn't reach the 20-point mark against their opponent in the last game. If I'm not mistaken, that was NU. 23-21 off that Ateneo point. Let's listen again to UE.
Tayo. Okay, tatlo spiker natin. Jasmine. Kumuha ka rito. Dito, punin mo ng B. Tapos Shaya, dito ka. Sorry. Sa mga galing Shaya. Dito, o kumuha ka rito. Pagkatapos dito ka muna, Michelle. Dito ka muna, ha? Let's go. Kuha muna tayo sa receive lang, ha? Kuha muna tayo isang receive, ha? Bahala ka. Sino lumusot? Let's go!
Well, he's pretty loose. Itong si Coach Delista. We talked about how patient a guy he is, how kind a coach, very understanding for the situation of the team, and kind of fatherly yung approach niya, no, with the girls.
That's right. And probably, I think at this point, he's quite happy, you know, with how the team is performing. So whatever the outcome, I think, I mean, he's satisfied. Kasi nakita niya siguro na sinunod ko yung sinasabi niya.
Manansala, following instructions to the team, scores again. And now, ulit, itong UE within one. Good serve. At least it's in para sa UE. Valdez.
Go to Valdez. That's inside.
Your go-to girl when things are, when Ateneo's looking threatened. And now match point for the Lady Eagles, 24-22. I thought Adorador was about to save a match point, but great defense at the net again by Ateneo, Ivy.
Right, and Ateneo, of course, really wanted to end the game in 3 sets. So pinangatawanan talaga nilang ito na yung last set para sa game na to.
Well, Selena called it. Sinabi niya committed ang Lady Eagles after set number 2 to finish it in 3 sets. And they do so, although they did allow UE to get a lot more points compared to the first 2 sets, but nevertheless, they did what they needed to do and finished out UE in 3 straight sets. We'll be back to wrap this up right after these. The Lady Eagles of Ateneo beating the Lady Warriors of University of the East in 3 straight sets, 25-17, 25-12. A little more fight para sa UE in set number 3, pero it's still more the same in the end, 25-22 in favor of Ateneo. RCBC life-changing move from RCBC Savings Bank. My Loans, it's life-changing.
That's the hit from Eliza Valdez from the back row.
And she really put an angle on that ball.
Really aiming for the corner.
Oh, no. Unpredictable every time she goes up in the air, Eliza Valdez. And she is our Gatorade fueled player of the game. Gatorade win from within. And right now, she is with Selena Dagdag.
So Eliza, nung first set, medyo nag-aagawan tayo sa mga points, ano, but we were able to pull through with the win and pull through with a good lead. Eliza, ano bang adjustments ang ginawa natin?
Sobrang laki talaga ng adjustment na ginawa. Start pa lang ng game, ginawa na namin middle si Amy, and fortunately naman nagawa namin ang paraan maka-point every rotation. So nagkaroon talaga kami ng teamwork.
Eliza, meron ka bang mga gustong batiin?
Hi! First of all, hi kay Tita Joy, kay Kalina, Nena, belated happy birthday kay Coco, and happy birthday kay Jamie Anne Evangelista. To my family, hello, and hi Joey.
Thank you, Eliza, tsaka congratulations ulit. There you have it, Eric and Ivy. Yes, there you have it, Eric and Ivy, your Gatorade fueled player of the game.
Thank you, Selena. Congratulations. Another 20-point performance. 26 the last time, 20 ngayon, Ivy. Ateneo doing well to secure that 3rd spot in the standing.
Right, and it seems really that Ateneo has a very clear goal in mind to solidify their spot there in the Final 4.
All right, ito getting ready na. Ang UST very loose as they are on the brink of being eliminated here at 4 and 7 in the standings. It's a tough afternoon for them as they take on the De La Salle Lady Spikers, undefeated at 11-0. Ateneo secures a good position in the 3rd spot sa ating standings with an 8-4 card after beating UE today. And UE falls down to 0-12. Thanks to our director Raul De Ocampo and producer Ada Bayuga. For Katz Salaw, Selena Dagdag, Ivy Remulla, I'm Eric Depan. Thank you for watching, but more action coming up. It is La Salle and UST next dito lang sa ABS-CBN Sports in Action.
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Greatness never ends.